As the Boston Celtics look to improve upon a 16-game win streak. They take their talents to South Beach, but it would be a bit of a different story as they look to beat the Heat this time. Kyrie Irving with 23 points in this one. There's a couple of them.
Yeah, the masked man still on fire.
Two cities that get you in the NBA,
Miami.
Toronto and Miami.
Why is that, Coach?
because the sun is always shining at Miami on the beach, and Toronto for the nightlife.
There you go.
Well, Goran Dragic was certainly shining. He had 20 of his 27 points in those first two quarters and getting it done inside and out.
Yeah, I love his attack mode since early in the ball game, not settling for jump shots, getting to the basket. Then he said, wait a minute, 3D, let me show you I still have the 3 ball as well.
The Heat would lead the way 54-41 at the half, and then they'd extend their lead in the third quarter. It would be Dion Waiters taking over this time.
And the thing about it, you like players to score off ball movement, but Dion Waiters is at his best when he gets a chance to play with that ball for 2 or 3 dribbles and then make a decision with it.
Now, the Heat would lead by as many as 18, but no huge surprise that in this 16-game win streak, the Celtics have seen wins come from, what shall we call it, large deficits.
Yeah, digging a hole for himself and then coming out. Now you see Brown, you see Tatum, excellent ball movement. You're saying, wait a minute, is this a new recipe for success, Sam, or do you run out of gas eventually?
At some point, you know it's going to sneak up and bite you in the rear end, but look, when it's working that way, all you care about is if you can get the win if you're Brad.
The Celtics, though, would bring it within 2, but it would just be too much Dion Waiters to handle. He finished with 26 points in this one.
Yeah, he got the shooter's role. To Sam's point, he's one of those guys that likes to dribble 3 or 4 times to get into his rhythm, get into his groove, and now he's got his crowd supporting him. Now he's in a get to the rim and bang on him. That's a Waiters poster.
Absolutely.
Got the crowd into it there at the end as well. Look at that.
I love it. Cut to the basket. Sorry, Kyrie.
Kyrie
rolling.
was playing to play, but there's always a counter.
That's right.
For every play.
That's right.
The Miami Heat win at 104-98, led by a potent backcourt. 27 from Goran Dragic, 26 from Dion Waiters. We're going to talk a little bit more about them, but first, Coach Brad Stevens on that 16-game win streak being snapped.
We're not as good as the 16-game win streak, but you know but we do have a lot of resolve, and I can't say enough about our guys' will to come back. It's incredible to think that we were able to erase that lead that quickly, you know, and give ourselves at least a chance. So we have to get better. We have to get better with what we're trying to do. You know, it's a little bit, looking at that 16 straight is a little bit, as I said, it was a little bit of a mirage. So we know we got to get better.
So the win streak ends at 16, which was good for 4th in franchise history. A franchise, by the way, that's had 17 championship seasons. Their longest winning streak was 19. That was, of course, a team coming off a championship in 2008. But this team got it within 16, despite no All-Star and Gordon Hayward being able to emotionally rebound from that opening night, lose just 1 more, and then rip off 16 in a row. They did, though, beat the Heat during this streak on October 28th by 6. So what was the difference on Wednesday?
Well, I think tonight you saw a Heat team play with confidence down the stretch. We always talk about miss or make league. Well, it's that simple in the 4th quarter. Going down the stretch, Dion Waiters and Goran Dragic, coach, made shots. And obviously around the NBA, everyone follows the NBA. We knew the Celtics were on a win streak. So tonight in Miami, they said, no South Beach flu, but we're going to make some shots.
Yeah, and plus, you know, the Heat had a couple of days off, and they had a few practices, and I'm sure the way they've been playing, and look, if you're Miami, you got to play with a lot of heart, you got to play tough, you got to play aggressive, and you got to play hard each and every possession, not each and every game. And they haven't been doing that on a consistent basis. And I think having a little time off to practice and kind of set your sights for this Boston team coming in. Look, Dion Waiters played his game tonight. And the tough thing about guys like Dion Waiters in today's NBA, they still need that rhythm dribble to get their game going. And today's game, coaches want you to catch and shoot and play without the basketball. But he's one of those guys that's got to play with it a little bit to get into his rhythm.